Hey everybody. So I am like 3 weeks out. Let's see here. So the past week and a half, I've been kind of stuck in this I don't know. I'm not losing any weight, but today I finally lost 1 pound, so that gets me to 15-pound loss so far. So I'm very excited. Things seem to be going back on track. Probably all that fluid retention in my stomach is finally kind of slowly going away now. But I could feel it. I could feel my belly feels really big. And my boobs feel like they're getting smaller. My face feels like it's getting a little smaller, but my stomach feels like it's huge. So I think that's finally slowly going away. My husband, he had a different surgeon, and that particular surgeon had put a drain in for him. And while he was in the hospital, he felt really uncomfortable because of that drain. And but it really did help, I think, get a lot of fluid out of him. He had like this little container on the side, and it kept filling up, and the nurses had to keep draining it and draining it. I didn't have that. So all that grossness is still in me, and my body's probably slowly absorbing it and getting rid of it. Um, I just chose a different surgeon just because she was a woman. I didn't, choose her just because she didn't have, she didn't do the drain. But I didn't really want a drain because, I saw how painful it was for my husband to like breathe in, and when they pulled it out, it was kind of, he just looked like, it was this huge drain that went from like one side of his body to the other, and they had to pull it out, and it was and I was like, I don't mind not having a drain. That's cool. But I think it, hampered with my weight loss because I can really, people look at me now and they see my face and they just kind of see me, and I'm happy, and my, things look smaller, but the scale doesn't show it yet. But I think it will start happening soon since today I lost that pound. So the past week, food wise, earlier in the week, I had some kind of like leftover soup that I hadn't opened and left it in the refrigerator. It was like some Campbell's Select soup that had chicken and beans in it, and I really hate canned soups. And this was supposed to be kind of like one of the fancier ones that comes like in a smaller plastic clear through, container. And I never really buy, canned type soups. And so I was like, you know what, I just want to have some variety of different soups. So I bought two, and I tried one, and it was really not my thing. But I was like, it has good amount of protein in it. I'll just eat it. And I ate half, left the other half, and then the next day I ate the other half, and my stomach did not like it. First time around, okay. Next time, mm-mm. And I don't know if I didn't chew the chicken and the beans enough. I mean, the chicken was soft, the beans was soft, but I think the chicken, maybe I didn't chew it enough, and I ate it too fast. But I was eating it, and then all of a sudden my stomach started making these little bubblies kind of coming up, and I was like, ooh, that's not good. Um, and then I started coughing, and there was a lot of phlegmy crap trying to come up, so I had to spit that out. And I thought I was feeling better, but then I walked outside with my husband. We were gonna go, I don't know, we're gonna go shopping, and I'm waiting for him to come out, and there's a lot of sticks in the front yard, so I started picking them, bend over to pick them up, and bleh, I just threw up. I didn't even really know I was going to throw up, but I just threw up. I was like, okay. And when I was feeling like crap, I kind of did want to throw up, but I was thinking, my mind was like, well, maybe, all that to throw up would hurt my stomach, so I just was like, just let it be. And all I had to do was just bend over, and it just came out. So that was strange, because I always hated throwing up when I was a child, and even now I really try to not do it. And now I don't get those horrible, muscle, you know, things when you're retching and throwing up. It just happened. It was really strange. It was like there's nothing there kind of pushing it out. My little pouch stomach is just so tiny. It just kind of doesn't do much. So yeah, I ate that soup, kind of felt gross for the next couple of days, and just really went back to basics and just did protein shakes and water. And I don't know, I wasn't hungry enough to fill anything in the day with like, you know, broth or yogurt or anything. I just really just did shake in the morning, lots and lots of water, shake at night. And that was pretty much it for 2 days. And then the last 2 days, been doing a lot of yogurt, I gotta say, yogurt is my friend now. um, Before I didn't really like yogurt, but I think because I kind of don't like it, I'm able to take it slow, just eat it. This is medication for me, that's how I think of it. I'm eating my yogurt. Um, it goes down great. I never have any problems. It's really have yogurt on stock for this, for sure. And then yesterday I started doing hummus, and this particular hummus was kind of like homemade hummus, and it was a little heavy. And so I'd eat some, and I felt kind of full, but I didn't feel that horrible afterwards. But I just had that really, whew, I feel full. And then last night, following the hummus, I ended up getting like a soup at the grocery store that was made by Panera, which is like a restaurant around here that does kind of like soups and sandwiches. And so they have like a soup, in the store now. I guess they have a line of soups that they're putting in the grocery stores. And I got their potato. It was like a creamy potato soup. It didn't have that much protein. I think it was like 210 calories and 5 protein. It was 2 servings. And so I was eating it in front of the TV, and I was eating it slow, but I guess I was like eating it fast, but then taking breaks because it was very filling. And I ended up kind of going over the first serving and into the second, so I did kind of like 1.5 servings. It was kind of fatty, I guess, but it wasn't that bad. But it really sat in my stomach very heavily, and I noticed myself kind of like getting tired because it was very heavy, and I started to kind of like lean over to the side on the couch, and then my stomach didn't like the way I was situated, and so it started kind of like, and I'm like, oh, 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 I felt kind of like bubbles, like maybe it was wanting to maybe come out, and so I sat back up, and that really helped. Um, so that, so I kind of was, angry at myself for eating that soup, but I don't know, there was just because I wasn't eating that much earlier in the week, I think my body was really wanting that soup, and I think I could have done it if maybe I had taken the soup, portioned it out, did left one half for another day, and ate my one half that night. Because I think I got to a point where I should have stopped, and I kept kind of going. Um, what else? So yeah, yogurt. I did the hummus, but really, it's the protein shakes that get me to my protein, needs. But there was one day I just did one protein shake, and then I had a yogurt that actually had like 14 protein, and then I had a soup that had 19 grams of protein in it. I have the box around here somewhere, but didn't bring it over here. But I found it in Market Basket, and it was a split pea soup, and they have a variety of different other soups, and they had like 4 protein, 6 protein, and then I picked this one up and look, and it said 19, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting this. It was just split pea soup, it's not my favorite, but I don't hate it. So I got it. It was like a 11-ounce container, and usually I can do like 4 ounces of food in my pouch. But this was kind of soft and liquidy, and I ate it really slow, and I was able to kind of slip through. And I got to my protein goal without having to do any more sicky sweet kind of things. Because after a while of just doing protein shake, yogurt, jello, I'm not doing jello, but I'm just trying to say that a lot of the things we have to eat in the beginning are like sweet, and they're not sugary. I mean, they're filled with fake sweeteners, but after a while, my brain is just like, no more sweet, no more sweet. And so the last few days of eating the hummus, and then I had that soup yesterday, it was kind of like my brain was like, oh, I just want something salty and fatty. Um, but yeah, that soup was heavy, and um, but I woke up and I felt okay. But I had a lot of weird dreams because I ate it late at night. But luckily, I didn't have any weird, crazy reactions afterwards. It went down, safely. Um, what else? Um, oh, two things. So I've been noticing kind of poor circulation. Um, just if I sit in a weird way, or sit straight away for too long, or my arm here in a weird way, maybe my arm or my leg would get numb. But now it takes like half the time, and like immediately all of a sudden I'll be getting up and walking around. I'm like, why is everything always numb all the time? Like I'm getting all that tingly feeling coming back, and And I noticed that a lot, and it kind of, I don't know, kind of freaks me out a little bit. Just because there's like a, blood clots in my family, and I'm just thinking like, wow, like, is my circulation not, are things not flowing great because I'm like malnourished, I don't know. Also, hair loss. I still have a lot of hair. I used to have way more. Over the past year and a half, it's been kind of slowly falling out more and more and more and more. And then, with the surgery, not eating anything, I really started to notice it coming out a lot. But if I really make sure that I'm taking out my vitamins and eat enough during the day, I think slows it down. And also, I started taking this biotin stuff. This is like the generic Target brand, and I've been taking one of these a day. And I don't know, I think it's working. In the beginning, I was really losing some hair. I think mostly in the beginning of the second week, it was really like, oh, geez. And so I picked this up, and I've been taking it, and I think that it's been doing something. And you know, grab a bottle of this stuff and start taking it if you feel like your hair is starting to come out. Because hair takes a long time to grow back, so might as well save what you got, Um, and so also weight loss last week and some of this week. Well, most of this week has been kind of stagnant, stale. Nothing's been happening. And I think it's from that fluid retention. Um, so today I finally lost a pound, and I'm really happy. And I hope that next week's gonna be great because when you can't eat anything and I've done all this hormonless to my body, and you want to see some results. And I've been going to the gym, and it does nothing. I go to the gym. I take it slow. I do 20 minutes on the treadmill, and then 20 minutes on a bike, and whatever else I do, maybe some weights too. Just because I don't want to really lose all the muscle I have because I'm not eating anything. And I get on the scale, nothing, and it's really kind of depressing me. But everyone keeps saying like, "Wow, your face looks it's really shrinking down." And I can even see my boobs are shrinking down. I'm looking at the rest of my body and can tell things are shrinking, but my stomach is still staying the same. So I'm guessing it's just really once my body absorbs all this fluid, we're gonna start seeing some numbers going down. So I'm excited. But it's gonna be time. Taking time. So that's really it for now, I guess. Just kind of waiting game, eating right, trying to eat right, and going to the gym. Um, so that's about it. Drink your water. I gotta say, I've been drinking it, and I don't know what it is, but I gotta say, I go to the bathroom every morning, and this is like unheard of for me. Like my whole life, I have been like this constipated person, and I always would like, wow, I think there's something wrong with me, and my face would always break out, and I have a feeling that really getting all this water down is helping with the constipation. Everything is flowing great every day, and I'm sure over time my acne is probably going to go away. Um, the acne right now could be also because I am losing weight, and I'm releasing crap that's been stored in my fat, and also I was constipated early on, and that could just stuff sitting in you, and all of a sudden your skin is trying to like get this stuff out of you. So I'm kind of curious to see, like, over time, if me drinking this water every day and going to the bathroom every day and see if it really affects my skin. Right now, what I've got is stuff that I got earlier on that's just staying there because it's got to heal now. But I'm curious to see what happens with that. So, anywho, I guess I'll see you next week. Hopefully with some awesome weight loss news. All right, bye guys.